Good morning, students. How are you all? I hope you all are fit and fine and taking precautions to keep yourself safe during this pandemic. Today in our computer class, we will discuss about alignments, indentation, and non-printing characters. These options are under the Home tab and in the paragraph group. So first of all, we will discuss about the alignments. Alignment is the placement of the text within our page of the MS document. So here we have four types of alignments, namely left, right, center and justify. With the help of the left alignment, we can place our text or our complete paragraph to the left side of the margin. And for this, we can use the shortcut key Control L. Next we have the right alignment. With the help of this alignment, we can place the text to the right of the margin. And its shortcut key is Control R. Next we have the center alignment. With the help of the center alignment, we can place the text in between the left and the right alignment, means in the center of the page. And for this we make use of the shortcut key Control E. Last alignment we have the justify alignment. With the help of this alignment, we can place the text to the left side of the page and also to the right side of the page. So to apply these alignment, first of all we will select the text by dragging the cursor, or if we want to apply these alignments on the entire page, then we can select the entire text by pressing the Ctrl A key. And after selecting the text, just click these keys simultaneously to apply any of these alignments. Next we have the indentation. Indentation is the space between the margin of the page and the text. We can set the indent at any position. We can increase the indent and we can decrease the indent. There are three types of indents. First one is the first line indent. Next we have the hanging indents, and thirdly we have the right indentation. Next we have non-printing characters. Non-printing characters are the characters which are not appeared in the print of the page when we take the print of the page. So usually these are the characters like tabs, enters, backspaces. So these character does not appear in the printing. Therefore these characters are known as non-printing characters. But we can see these characters on the page. So for this we have a show hide symbol which is under the paragraph group under the Home tab. So when we activate that option, we can see all the non-printing characters on the page. So all these options are present under the paragraph group of the Home tab. We will see practically how we can apply these options and what are their benefits and how they appear when we apply them. So we will do it practically. Next topic we have the table. So table is used to represent the data in form of rows and columns. It becomes easier when we represent the data in a tabular form. So here we have the horizontal lines and the vertical lines. The horizontal lines are known as rows and vertical lines are known as columns. Here in this table we have 3 rows and 3 columns. So its size is 3 into 3. The first 3 represent the number of rows and the second 3 represent the number of columns. And the intersection point of rows and columns are known as cells. So here we have 9 cells. We can write any kind of data in these cells. Now we will see how we can insert table on our page. So These option table is present under the insert tab and in the table group. And there are three methods to insert a table into our document. First method is to insert the table is through the grid button. For this, under the insert tab, we have the table group. When we click there, a grid menu will open, and from the grid just drag the mouse over the columns and the rows which you want to insert and click on the enter button. A empty table will get inserted on the page. And second method is through the insert table option. When we click on this option, then there is a need to specify the number of columns and the number of rows which we want to insert. So after specifying the number of rows and column, we can insert the table. And the third method is the draw table option. With the help of this option, we can draw the table as we draw the various kind of shapes on our page. So this is very similar to that. We draw the horizontal lines and the vertical lines to make a table. Now we will see how it is done practically. Students, now we will see how we can use the options of alignments and indentation. So under the home tab, here we have the options of alignment and indentation. To apply these options, we need some text. So if you want to write the text here, you can write. Otherwise, I'm going to use a formula. Random is equal to RAND and now a pair of parentheses. Enter. So here you can see the text. So this text is left aligned. You can see here the starting of the every line in this text. You can see here this option is enabled. This is your aligned text left, and the shortcut key is Ctrl L. When you align the text left, you can see the starting point of each line. It is in a straight line. So this is our left alignment. Now select the text, select the entire text, and here change the alignment. The second alignment is center alignment, and the shortcut key is Ctrl E. When we click here, so you can see that every line is in the center of the page. Every line is in the center of the page. For this line, this is the center of the page. So this is our center alignment. Now again select the entire text by pressing Ctrl A, select all. Next we have the right alignment, Ctrl R. So here you can see now the text has been aligned to the right side. And the last alignment we have the justify. In case of justify alignment, the text will be aligned to the left as well as to the right. So this is our justify alignment. Now we will see about the indentation option. So here in the same paragraph group, we have the indentation options: increase indent and decrease indent. So indent is the space between the margin and the text. So when we increase the indent, so you can see here from here to here, it is the space between the margin and the text. So this is called indent. So with the help of these options, we can increase the indent and we can decrease the indent according to our need. Now we are going to insert a table into our document. So it can be done from the insert tab. Under the insert tab, here we have the option of table. As I already tell you, that there are three methods to insert a table. So first method is just click on the drop down here. So here is a grid like structure. Just drag your mouse over the cells. So from here select the number of columns and number of rows. For example, here I am going to insert a table of 4 columns and 2 rows. So click here. So a table of 4 columns and 2 rows will get inserted. From the right bottom corner we can resize the table. Just drag from here. So you can see here we can increase or decrease the size of the table. When we insert the table, two tabs, namely design and layout, it automatically inserted here. Design and layout, these both tabs contain the options regarding the formatting of the table. So here in the first row we can write the headings, for example name, father name, mother name, or anything else you whatever you want to write. For example, I can write here phone number, So with the help of the tab key we can move our cursor from one cell to the another. If your cursor is here and you want to move your cursor to the second cell, just press the tab key. So with the help of the tab key you can move your cursor to the next cell. The second method to insert a table, click here and here is the option insert table. Click here. From here give the number of columns and number of rows. Here specify the number of columns. For example, here are 4 columns, suppose 5 columns and 3 rows. Click on the OK button. So here you get the table with 5 columns and 3 rows. And the third option to insert a table is with the draw method. So first of all cut this table from the insert table and here is the option draw table. So with the help of this option you can draw a table like you draw a shape. So here make the vertical lines to make columns and horizontal lines to draw rows. So in this way a table can be created. But the best method is to insert the table is through the grid and through this insert option. Generally the draw table option is not preferred. Here I have a table which shows the details of the 3 students, student name, class and roll number. So when I put my cursor inside the table, so here I have the design tab. So design tab and the layout tab, they both contain the options which are related to the formatting of the table. So under the design tab here is the table style. So we can pick any inbuilt style. For example this, we can apply any style on the table like this. So in this way we can change the formatting of the table. So this is our plain table. The first option is plain table without any style. We can also apply a style to the individual cell. For example, here I want to change the color of this cell. Then go to the shading tab and select the suitable color. Select this cell so we can format it with a different color. And here we have the draw border group. So from this group we can when we draw the table manually, we can select the pen color, thickness of the line which we are using to draw the table. And here we have the option of eraser. Suppose we want to erase some lines from the table, then select the eraser and click on the line. So in this way we can erase some lines from the table. Now suppose I want to insert the rows and columns in my existing table. So this can be done from the layout tab. So under the layout tab, here we have the option to insert rows and column. Insert above and insert below. These options are related to the row, and insert left and insert right options are used to insert column. So suppose here I want to insert a row below the headings or below the field. So put your cursor here and then click on the insert below. So now you can see a newly row has been inserted here. Similarly, you can insert the columns. Suppose I want my column to the right side. So click on the insert right. So here you can see the new column. In this way we can modify our existing table. Now the next option under the layout tab is, which we are going to discuss, AutoFit. So with the help of the AutoFit option, the Word automatically resize the column width based on the size of the text. First of all, select the entire table from here and then click on the AutoFit option. AutoFit contents. So here you can see the Word automatically has resized the table according to the width of the content which we have written inside the cells. Next is the row height and column width. Look here. In this way you can increase the height of the rows, and from here you can increase the width of the columns. Put your cursor here. So here you can see I have increased the width of the third column, and here we can decrease the width. So in this way you can modify your table. And here under the alignment group we have the alignments. In table we have 9 kind of alignments. So these are align top left, align top center, align top right, similarly align bottom left. So in this way we have 9 alignments for alignment of the text inside the cell. So all those options which are under the design tab and layout tab, that options we can get from the right click also. So put your cursor inside the table and right click here. So these options are similar to the option which are under the design and the layout tab. We can use these options also. So if you have PC at home, So try to do it practically. So this was all about the tables, alignments and indentation. Thank you students. Stay inside, stay safe.